Hello, everyone. I am Ashanti. I am a relationship alchemist and a family constellations facilitator. And I help people remove the blocks that are blocking love in their lives, turning conflict into connection and chemistry into devotion. And today I am very excited to take a peek into a men's heart with my friend Marc Anthony here, who is a coach and facilitator. And I can't wait to have this juicy conversation with you.
Me too. Hi, Asha. It's great to be here with you. Look forward to it.
Amazing. So what I've done today is I've prepared three questions that I am very curious to hear what you have to say about it and what you can share with me and my sisters that can help us have better relationships with men.
Okay.
Ready?
As long as we can have a follow-up call, because I'll probably remember a million other things and want to speak more.
Yes, I would love that. So there might be a part two. Stay tuned.
Okay. I like
Okay.
that.
Question number one. What helps you feel most respected by a woman?
So, respected is like mixed up with other things, like being adored, being. So you want to be wanted. You want to have your opinion and your leadership honored and followed, and not that you can't question, but you want, as men, we want to lead, and so we don't want that always questions. You might use your feminine ways to persuade, or that might be good, but the outright, almost compete. I've been in relationships, not stayed, where it's like almost a competition, and that doesn't feel like respect. Respect is like, you honor my belief, you honor what I'm bringing, you honor my leadership. Um, um, you have my heart in your hand. So respect is that you honor that heart, you take care of it. Um, that's what comes to me off the top of my head. It's like, you want to feel like you're important, like you matter, that you're in it together, that whatever I'm feeling or going through is yours too, just like the reverse.
Thank you for
And
that.
to me, that feels like respect, you know?
So what I heard in that is that when your leadership is appreciated, if it's honored, and I'm curious if you have any examples of what that looks like. What is actually like the behavior? Like how do women express that through their actions? That helps you feel respected. That when a woman understands that they have your heart in their hands and they are tender and loving and caring for it, that also makes you feel respected.
Hmm. Yes. Are you
So,
asking me a question too about
yeah.
it?
So, do you have examples of what, like, either
Sure.
that you felt deeply respected, and like, how were the women in those situations showing up?
Very much in the feminine, what we would call the feminine, like in that surrender, um, that you're mine. And I don't mean that in a demeaning, like you're mine, like, and you know it, and you come with your feminine. You're not here to compete or be in the masculine with me. Um, that and the funny thing, you ask me questions. It's like the male also has to be in his space, that you do things gently and with ease. Like there's not a nag. There's a soft asking. My greatest relationships, the woman asks softly. They don't say it over and over, because if I don't pick it up, then it's got to be cleared out. Um, yeah, they surrender and they enjoy it. They enjoy the leadership. They enjoy what I do for them. They enjoy, taking them somewhere or planning something, or um, so there's some kind of expression that shows that wow, great, gratitude. Like, plan trips, or I plan an escape weekend to a cabin, a romantic cabin. And it's like the deep appreciation and the showing of that appreciation is what matters. and what makes a man feel good. It's like, yeah, I'm offering this. I've thought about it. I want this with you. And if you don't give me, oh yeah, I want to be here too, and I'm so grateful, and you know, I won't continue. That's for sure.
Yeah.
um, for me, it's always when the woman shows up in her feminine, when she's in surrender, when she's allowing me to be me and to lead, and she's bringing the softness and the love and the understanding and you know all her gifts.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there's a couple of things that I want to follow up, and just this idea of leadership. I get the idea of like a feminine woman being surrendered and allowing their man to lead. And one of the things that sticks out for me, and as I've been in more like dating experiences, I like that and I'm on board with it. And what feels really important and what I pay attention to when I'm dating somebody is their leadership working for me? Because if
Mhm.
their leadership is not working for me, there's nothing wrong with their leadership. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with their leadership. It means
Mhm.
that there's not a match for me. And
Yes.
then it's gonna put me in that space of like the competition. That really stuck out for me. Like we're not competing with you guys, right? So paying attention to whether the leadership of the man that you're with
Mhm.
really speaks to you and you feel safe to be in that surrender, then that's great. If it's not, then to me, it feels like it might be an indication that there might be a misalignment.
Well, of course, because there is misalignment. Not everybody's for everybody.
Exactly.
Um, and when I say leadership, when I'm speaking, I should clarify this. He's also doing his spiritual work. He's got a connection with spirit, like, and that's his love, and he's bringing all of that. The work he's done on himself, the deep communication, like, all of that leadership. It's just not, taking you on a nice trip or just taking you to dinner. It's in the spiritual realm too, and the work and pulling forth, your greatness as
Mm,
well.
I love that. Okay. Next question. So,
There's
what
another
happened?
one. No, I'm sorry.
I know I didn't realize that I was going to have
I'm
to keep
joking.
calling up
I'm
questions.
joking.
Okay, but the next one. What happens inside of you when you feel criticized or corrected by a woman?
Ah, uh, definitely the defenses go like they're interesting. Criticism's different than the way you can bring something to the man. Like there's other ways. There's beautiful ways to bring, especially if you bring something you admire and then bring, and babe, I'd like, and also that you're inclusive. That let's do this together, or this would really feel good. Would you like to do this? Like that there's an inclusion. It's just not critical, because critical is men just tighten up. I just tighten up. I leave. Um, there's many reasons why men just ghost, and I don't agree with it or think you should. At least say the energy doesn't match, or go silent or leave relationship. Is like that criticism or that shutting down. He's gone. He's really gone, and he's not going to speak about it. I would like him to speak about it, and I think it's important that he does. But I can tell you, most men, if they're not doing enough work or they're not in the relationship fully, will just shut down completely and pull away, sometimes get angry, um, uh, especially if they don't see it. But there's ways of bringing, I don't even call it criticism, just, that you would want something. Because if you wanting something, if you're criticizing him, you have to look at the mirror yourself. So if a woman's criticizing, there's something in the woman too. Because if you don't want to be in that relationship, leave it. Same with the man.
Mhm.
Or there's a way of lovingly speaking to it and being inclusive, as I said earlier, including him in it. Like, say an example. Give me So like you need him to communicate something more, or you want him to do something. It's like, babe, oh, I love when you do this, or can we do this together? Can we, I think it would make me happy and I want to find a way to make you happy in it. And, or I would love if you did this for me. How can we do this? Cause I want to love up on you. Like bring your sexiness, bring sexuality to it. Be like, men love sex and I know women do too, but like bring it in there.
Hmm.
Like we all want a gift for what we're doing, or some kind of acknowledgement for what we're doing, or so if you want something, well, what do you give it? Like it's a back and forth relationship. So yeah, the straight out criticism is just not gonna get you anything you want. I can guarantee. You're
Yeah.
gonna get distance and shut down, and you know um yes, a man who's doing his work, like I can handle it, but I'm gonna say something back. I'm gonna communicate that this doesn't work for me, or this is not how I want to be treated. Because
Hmm.
you don't want the same in return. See, I feel like if you're gonna criticize, do you want to be criticized? No. No,
Yeah.
you want a guy to come and say, babe, I'd love this. Can we do this together? How can we get this? How can we, find a win-win for both of us here? Or, um, so that's what I have to say on that subject.
Love it. Thank you. It reminds me of there is a practice that I learned a few years ago. It's just an orientation of how I communicate.
Hmm.
And it basically is like behind every complaint. So let's say that behind every criticism, there's actually a desire, right? Like if I'm complaining that my man doesn't take out the trash, right? Like that seems like a silly thing that people complain about. That's a complaint. That's the criticism. But behind that, there's a desire to be supported, to be helped. And when we communicate it, for me, it's been the invitation to communicate, like use desire based communication. So to talk about what I want, what I desire versus what I don't want and what is not working. So, what do you think about that?
Sometimes I come into answering questions with a base of how much work people have done. Like most of this is canceled out with really good communication.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you come with heart centered communication, most things can be resolved easily. Most things can be shared and talked about. So a lot of times I come with that, like the work should be where you're already able to communicate. So there is no criticism. It's how you communicate. Yes, your desire, how you communicate, how you feel, but how you can do this together. Because
Mm-hmm.
to me, that's the basis of relationship. Otherwise, you're going to have issues everywhere. It's like you need communication, and you need a way to communicate with each other and to learn that,
Yeah.
because everybody's, how they need to be communicated is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I like it more flirty, sexual, uh, you know, loving heart, like, bring it down. I can respond. I can open up. It's just easier. I mean, I will anyway, because that's my style and that's what I want out of relationship is communication. And that's where I come from.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that works wonders.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, ready for the last one? What
Maybe.
kinds of questions help you open up rather than shut down?
What kind of question makes me open up? I mean, for me, it piques my curiosity. Something that really piques my curiosity. Um, Again, I think this piggybacks on everything else. It's like, how do you do it lovingly? How do you ask? How do you present it? What's your come from? What's your intention? You know, so a lot of times when we communicate, we're not really clear because, you just said it before, like there's desire behind the communication. So that's not real. Communication is talking about the desire behind. So when I say communication, it's the deeper parts. Do you need something? Am I feeling scared? Am I feeling threatened here? Because that's really underneath. I'm feeling insecure. So if I come at you, I need to know you. It's like, no, 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 no. I'm feeling insecure right now. I really could use some love, honey. I know you're busy or you got something going on, but I'm really feeling it, and I really need you this moment. Like that's totally different than you're not giving me love, you're not giving me attention, or I need you right now. Like there's a way to come from an intention. What's behind it, and are you communicating from the truth, not the overlay of it? What is underneath? You
Mm,
know, even underneath that desire is a need for love, is a need for some kind of comfort, some kind of acknowledgement. And if you come from that place, that softens everybody because, I was in a workshop and they were almost saying, like, talk from the child that's really in there. That's like, I need love right now because an adult, you can't argue or get mad at if I come and go, I'm feeling like a 10-year-old right now and I need love. I'm feeling insecure. It's like, how, it's hard to be hard with that. It's like, but if you come with that, like that opens me up personally. And I think most people would open up coming from that because what we're arguing about is always over. We're arguing about stuff up here when it's really inside. And most of it's the call for love or, you know, being seen,
yeah,
being known, being honored, you the deeper parts of us. And it's usually it tends to be a child wound or a child part of us that's like so communicating from that space is complete and it's soft, it's from the heart,
yeah.
you know it's not from the mind or the tapes that are going. It's like, oh, he didn't do that, oh my god, he doesn't love me. That's the outside. The inside is, I need to feel loved or acknowledged right now, or you know I need some warmth, I need some loving.
Yeah.
I'm feeling insecure, I'm feeling lost, or I'm hurting, or so to ask that way from your honesty, that's how you get openness and honesty.
Yeah. And I'm hearing also like vulnerability, like be
Oh.
willing to be vulnerable and show your tender parts,
Mhm.
right? Like what's underneath that is like your tenderness, the
Yes.
that feels raw, that maybe you like, maybe it feels really vulnerable to say, hey, I'm actually feeling really insecure right
Yeah.
now. I would love to have this, blah, 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 or like, this is how you can support me, or can I have
Mhm.
whatever, right? But yeah, like I'm really hearing like the value of leaning in with vulnerability. And I think
Of
that
course.
it's really great practice. Like a lot of times we're like, oh, we don't know if we should say this or not, or this or whatever. And like lean into like, this feels really hard to say. I'm really
Um,
embarrassed, or I'm feeling a lot of shame about having
mhm.
like to say this. But I
Yeah.
really like just that opening line, I feel like it already opens and softens the heart of whoever's receiving it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't use the word vulnerability, but you're naming it. And that's what it is. Yes, I'm scared shit. I don't like I say, even if you don't understand what's happening, you don't know, say, I am terrified right now. I'm scared shit. I don't know what's happening. I have no answers. Like, that's the vulnerability. It's like the honesty. Like, it should be the base of relationships in my world. It is. It's like that's how you communicate from the inside, from the tenderness, from the vulnerability. Like that's where relationships should thrive and live.
Yeah.
Because then we don't have to put on any faces. We don't, because what I have watched in my past is when you don't come from the vulnerability, things just build and issues build and relationships die and they wear out and they end and we all go, well, we didn't stay in vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, there's this vulnerable, lovey kind of, but to keep the vulnerability going, because that's where they thrive, that's where they grow, that's where you expand, that's where you find more love, that's where you find your turn on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really,
Yeah.
and
Well,
that
and then
deep sharing, that heart sharing, that, no matter how scary it is, you just step in.
Mhm.
That's love.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the world needs everywhere. It needs the vulnerability, it needs the honest sharing, it needs the connection. Like, it's showing up everywhere.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Marc Anthony.
Oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate your input and what you share with me and the people that will listen to this. And I really feel like there's a different texture when I hear it from a man versus when I hear it from a woman. Like I've been reading a lot of books, I've been doing a lot of this work, but I always seem to gravitate towards women teaching this work. And there's value in that because at
Mhm.
some level, maybe I was only ready to hear it from women. But now I'm ready to hear it from men. So I have so much gratitude for this conversation and for what you share with me.
Me too. I mean, both are important. The feedback and the learning from women and the learning from men. We all need both sides, you know? I need my men when I am going through certain things that don't need to come to the relationship. I need to figure certain things out and then go to women for the other pieces. Because, I heard it somewhere, I don't remember where, but it's like you go to women because they're having the experience of men. So they understand what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go to men to find out what's going on for them. So you need both sides.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Yeah.
If we
Oh, you know
need,
where I heard it? I gotta have to. It was about racism, and that the oh, I don't remember, the black person. I think the African American person was like, they know it better than the white person. Like, they know it better, so you go to them. So yeah, you need both. You have to go to both. And women know it because they're on the receiving end of men. So there's certain thing that you're experiencing and it's like, oh yeah, that's happening. You need that, acknowledgement. So, so like I go to men and we need the acknowledgement of, oh, what's happening on the other side.
mm-hmm, absolutely. Okay.
And I appreciate you and what you're doing and that you're opening up a dialogue, with men around these subjects. It's really important.
Yes, it is fascinating what I'm learning.
I'm grateful to you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to stop the recording now. It is